Let's jump the generation gap and greet Marc Bolan. They're obviously lifting you up. I've been reading recently, Marc, in a newspaper, an article which suggests that you are the successor to the Beatles. That you, in fact, claim that you're a successor to the Beatles.
I never said that.
You didn't say that?
No way. You continue, and I'll fill in. Go on, please.
Do you have in your mind any intention?
They said that.
They said that, okay. Now, how does it strike you then? That clearly you have views and ideas about that.
Well, people, they're just people with, when anyone does anything, they seem to give you a reason. Right, you know, you're doing this show, and at some point they're going to say that you're like, I don't know, Parkinson or Andrews, you know, it's like they do something on you, and it's, we sold a lot of records, which I'm very grateful for, and it's very sweet and everything, it's really nice, and we do what we do, but we're not, I mean, the Beatles are one thing, like the Rolling Stones were another, we are something else, really.
Well, all right, so we all know what the Beatles were, and we all some of us know what the Rolling Stones...
Yeah, they turn it into, they want to pigeonhole you into something that is not necessarily what you do. I'm sort of a cross between a lot of people, media-wise, being that the first person that really turned me on to things. I'm moving a lot, I'm sorry.
No, move to your heart's
can I
extent.
whiz?
Move around, whiz around. As long as you don't knock the mics, you can whiz anywhere. Yeah.
Like really with when I decided what I was going to do was Bob Dylan, because I realised that I started as a poet. I used to write when I was about 9. And I realised that if I use what really moved me as a human being, which is rock and roll, not pop music, because that is too wide, the gap, rock and roll, and I put the words that I felt very deeply inside me, that it would be all right, and he was successful at that, and I figured I might be.
Getting back to this dreaded article, which clearly is going down like a lead balloon with you, I want to quote you a bit, which says, for the first time in pop history, we have a superstar projecting not sex, but romance. Sex is a part of it,
that was Lord Byron, wasn't it?
It could well have been Lord Byron, yes. Sex is a part of it, it says, but it's sex by courtesy of the magic prince, and I presume that means you, who is going to deflower the young virgin in an atmosphere of blissful romance.
I like that.
Well, what does
I don't know, I think what they're trying to imply is that, I don't know, the appeal of what I'm supposed to be to that thing is like a teenage crush thing.
It makes you out as a kind of wistful, magical, distant...
You know better then, right? I can't walk down the street anymore, right? So I employ people around me to make sure that no one really doesn't. I had to move because I couldn't stay at home for hundreds of kids outside.
Well, they were breaking the place up, were they?
Well, they didn't mean they just write all over the wall. It's a hang up for the neighbours. The last year for me has been very weird because I did what those people did, and I now do what I do now. I'd never believed in security, and I still don't. I feel I do what I do to people that want to listen. If they don't want to listen, crap them. I don't care, right? I do it because I believe in it, and I'm giving everything I can. And you get to a point, it's very proud, and you do it, and if people boo at you, I mean, I'm really rascal, and it's like, you do it, and that's what I do it for. What I get back is incidental.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and think, in another 20 or 30 years, I'm going to be 50 or 60. What shall I be doing? You don't?
Never think about it. I mean...
Doesn't haunt you?
What did someone say something with a very deep voice like Lord Tennyson?
It doesn't haunt you, that in the
I don't think I live that long.
You don't?
No.